Welcome to my first ever tutorial with DCS World Digital Combat Simulator. This tutorial will be on the cold start on the F18C Hornet and pre-flight. Key bindings are not going to be into this. That'll be on a later date. I was instructed that maybe I should get around to doing one of these. So without further ado, not waste anybody's time, let's get right to it. This is our F18C Hornet. Beautiful aircraft. My my skin. All right. All right. So we are going to turn on the battery switch. Crank our APU. We're going to wait until the little green light lets us know that the APU is fired. It is on, so we're going to crank the left engine first, the left click. You'll see on our engine display panel, she's slowly spooling up. We'll wait till she hits 30, and we will kick our left engine into idle by using left or right alt and home as set per default. Once the engine spools and settles, the crank switch should return to center. At that time, we will crank the right engine and repeat the process. Now we will crank our engine. The only difference now is we're going to use right shift and home as a preset default. Engine should spool up and settle. At this point, we can start turning on all our instrument panels. Our right screen, left, right screen, our center screen. Our joystick can be removed at this time, so that way you can just see what's in front of me. Just move your mouse to the bottom. You'll see a green icon, and then just left click it and it disappears. This time, we will set our volume to our RWR. I like to turn it down. Lots of beeping and things go on. It gets pretty loud in the headphones. The second knob here is your missile warning tone for your Sidewinder. Our screens are on. So we are in our bottom screen. We're on our HSI page, and we're going to start an alignment. Come to the right panel by the hip. These two knobs are our alignment panels. We'll right click it twice to operational. The right knob, we'll right click it to ground twice. On our panel, we will click the stored heading. Without the stored heading, the alignment should take roughly about 8 minutes, but with the previous flight in the game, they'll cut it down in half. So you're looking at about 4.5 minutes, give or take. We can zoom in, and you can see that it's going to start to do an alignment. We can left click the middle page twice to get to our black screen. At this time, we can let that just continue, and we can move on to bigger and better things. Reset our master caution. Our dispense button, we'll turn it on for chaff our radar jammer to receive. Our RWR page, or RWR is right above it. There's a power button right there. We set our... Alright, we're going to hit our menu to tactical page, SA, situation awareness, sensors, RWR, friend off to friend no ID, RWR ID, and then SA page. We'll move to the left thing and turn on our electronic warfare page. We will turn on our HUD. Now, what our HUD sees right here, this little button, once we click it, it boxes it. What shows here will show on our EW page. Our countermeasures are a standby. We will hit mode, change it to manual 1. We will box it. That means now that when we manually dispense our chaff and our flares, it won't automatically just shoot a bunch of them out. We'll have control over how many. And then we will turn our dispenser to bypass. We can turn on our HMD. Oh, my head tracker is a little squirrely. We will hit menu twice to support, bit page, displays, HMD, and it'll set our helmet cam into test mode. We'll let this run a few cycles. Mostly you need this for your waypoints if you're going to use them. So once you see something a few times, you can stop it. We will then proceed to menu. Twice to support page, HMD, mid setup. On the right side, you'll see a number and 2 arrows. That is, if I were to look out, miles of what I could pick up with the HMD display. I usually like to keep that around 60. And then we're going to hit return. We're going to go align, and we're going to align our camera to our HUD. Basically, just match up the crosshairs as best as you can and hold your cage uncage button. Alignment okay, and then I'm going to release and press again to align the roll. Done. I'll hit menu. Click on my air-to-air radar. We'll move to the forward display where the keypad. We'll make sure our IFF, infrared friend or foe, is on. That lets us show if on our SA page and our radar if they're going to be friendly or foe. If they're red, they're enemy. We're going to hit our data link on, then go back to our data link again because there's 2 different types of modes. Turn that on. Alright, our gyro. We're going to zoom in here for you. You're going to use your mouse wheel and spin it left, down, till the red thing comes and uncages. We'll set it over the horizon. Left click to push and set. Going to come down a little bit farther. And this is our altitude warning, altimeter warning. We'll set our low level flight to whatever you desire. It's within 100, so 3 would be 300 feet. My head tracker is not really working for me right now. A little squirrely. Alright, we will arm the seat. Why is that doing that? Alright. We're going to come to our bleeder knob. And we are going to hit the lower part of the bleeder knob. And rotate it 360 degrees to the left. So left click all the way around. That opens up all the air valves. Come to the right side of the panel. To our oxygen. Turn on our oxygen. That way we have oxygen feeding the mask. We will not pass out at high altitudes or pulling G's. We'll move to our rudder trim. You're going to push and hold for 3 seconds. Move to the right side. The FCS reset bits. Push and hold for 3 seconds. Here are our brakes are on and our flaps are on full. We will set a bingo. Just push and hold the right top arrow. I usually like to keep it around 5,000. And that pretty much sets our pre-flight, except for our alignment. Our alignment, we're going to go back to our SH page, so we hit support to HSI. If you zoom in, it'll read OK. At this point, you don't want to mess this up. If you mess this up, you're going to have to redo the whole alignment. All you need is the right knob. Right click it twice to IFA. And our alignment is complete. That is the cold start to the Hornet. Now we're going to fence in our weapons. We have on us right now 3 fuel tanks, 6 AMRAAMs, and 2 Sidewinders. Right here below the canopy, you'll see the little switch. Just push and hold it down, and the canopy will come closed. So it'll be nice and quiet. Right now we are ready to take off, but we'll fence in our weapons on the ground. We can do this in the air depending on how far you need to fly. So right now we just have air-to-air weapons. So we're just going to select our Sidewind, our AMRAAMs. Checkered big circle will appear. Knowing that's the symbol to our AMRAAMs, we'll go to our right MFD to the radar. We are in RWS mode, range while scan. We're going to preset our parameters to 4-bar scan on high, data, change the number to 16. That means if a radar actually drops on a radar, it'll hold it for 16 seconds before it disappears to at least give us its last known trajectory and position. Data. And the set button, we're going to hit set, it'll box. Once it unboxes, it's going to be preset. We are going to switch to our left panel. We're going to change our size to small and RCS to small. All targets, usually planes, fighters, other than AWACS, they're a small target. We will now switch to Sidewinders. You will notice you'll have hissing in the headphones as the tone. That is this knob that we turn down. Too many beeping and burps and everything in this cockpit. I like to keep everything at a low. We'll go to our right panel. We're going to preset our Sidewinders to a 6-bar scan on medium. Change the range to 20 miles. The radar is in increments. It goes up to 20, 40, 80, 160, all the way down to 5. So at 20, the bottom is us, 20 miles is the top. So 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, 20 miles. You just got to do the math. And then we preset. Usually I like to silence my radar. If you're on PvP, the less you have it on, the less you're projecting. You're good to go. If you're ready to take off, you can go into your menu button, go to your support page. There's a checklist for you. Landing and takeoff. Go through all your steps. Make sure you never missed anything. If you haven't missed anything, you are good to go. Go back to my air-to-air, silence. I like to take off with my HUD. Whatever's here is displayed here. If the sun's in your eyes, at least you can see your altitude, your speed. And just like that, voila, we have started the F-18 Hornet. And pre-flight is complete. Thank you for watching. Join me on Twitch, satansace. Hope to see you there.